light is on, that means this is recording. At least I think that's what Peter was saying yesterday when he was telling us about his Muggle camera. Yeah, Muggles have their own camera now, the clever things. So he's out right now preparing his Halloween costume with James, and they're also setting up for the prank this evening, which will be good. I think Remus is in the library studying, though he's not a big fan of Halloween for obvious reasons. But today is the day, though, 31st of October. I think it's a great day. Got Halloween decorations up. Nothing could ever go wrong Halloween, could it? So I thought I'd take this time while they're out to record kind of a documentary about the Marauders, about our time here at Hogwarts, because although we're only in 5th year, I think we've done some pretty spectacular things so far, with more to come, but I thought we could just look back on this and see how awesome we were in the future when, you know, maybe we're famous as the pranksters of Hogwarts. Not that we aren't already, or the best Quidditch players ever to join the Gryffindor team, although we are now. So let's get to it. I am your host, Sirius Black, unless of course you are a Hogwarts professor or a ministry official, in which case my name is Severus Snape, and the Marauders had nothing to do with the illegal activities that I described in this video. So, first illegal activity, this is the reason that I really wanted to record this today, and that is because last week we perfected the Animagus transformation. So, well, James and I did at least. Peter's gonna need another week or two to work on it maybe. But the next full moon is in a few weeks, so by that time I think that we will all be able to go to the Shrieking Shack with Mooney, and he won't be by himself anymore, which makes me happier and more relieved than I can ever express. So that's kind of why I'm not with Peter and James at the moment, actually, not working on my Halloween costume, because, well, nothing covers up this beautiful face or this gorgeous hair. Oh, so soft. So silky. But that's not the only reason that I'm not working on my Halloween costume. It's also because I don't really have one, because my Animagus is the Grim. Yeah, that big black dog, that omen of death, that is me. Remus said I couldn't get any more edgy if I tried. Well, I tried, and I got so much more edgy. So my Halloween plans this year really consist of turning into my Animagus and maybe trying to find some lone Slytherins, freak them out a bit, a lot, just have an omen of death show up in front of them on Halloween. Oh, this is going to be a good year. So we've got all the Animagus stuff going on there, unless, you know, Hogwarts professor or ministry official. We don't, but honestly Peter's looking after this video, and I think that he'll be able to keep it a secret, because even though a lot of people wouldn't believe it, Peter really is a really good secret keeper. So I think anything here is just going to stay between me, future me, and this severed head of a Slytherin. I mean, polystyrene skull. Here, you alright, Lucius? Lucius Malfoy? Yeah. Not that I dream of severing his head and hanging it up in my dormitory or anything. Yes. Anyway, so now that we're done with the Animagus stuff, I thought, let's get on to the second best achievement that we have made here at Hogwarts, which is this! The Marauders map. So much magic, so many charms, so magical. This map shows the location of anyone at Hogwarts. It took us so many months, years to make. We worked so hard on it. I say we. Remus worked so hard on this. He really did. I was so good at sitting there looking pretty like I always do. James, surprisingly helpful as well. He was very helpful with the charms for the moving staircases. Who knew that James Potter was actually clever? I certainly didn't, but he's not that right actually, he's left it open so anyone can open it now without even saying I solemnly swear I'm up to no good. But I'll just look through here because I can see right now James and Peter are off in the supply closets raiding all those, getting their stuff for their Halloween costumes and for the prank this evening, which will be good. Remus is in the library with Lily Evans. How dare he? I mean, I'm only bothered about that because James wants to get with Lily. It's not like I want to get with Remus or anything. Anyway, so pranks, yes. We Marauders, we're famous for our pranks. We have been ever since our first prank in first year. Oh, that was a good prank. Yeah. So James and I weren't on the Quidditch team yet because, well, I think we were in first year and our talent was just too much for the team to handle. 2 first years, so amazing at Quidditch. Although we tried out, we didn't make it because I think they just weren't ready for us. So while the Slytherins were having their first match against Gryffindor, they suffered a disastrous defeat. The Gryffindor Seeker caught the snitch within the first 20 minutes. The Slytherins didn't score a single point and they lost by over 500 points. So when they got back from that, James and I had snuck into the Slytherin changing rooms and taken all their robes and swapped them for tapestries. So when the Slytherins got back from their defeat, they came to find the changing rooms robes gone, absolutely full of tapestries. So they had to walk out of the changing rooms wearing nothing but tapestries. Find their clothes, which were hung up from the tapestry pegs, and scale the walls, because none of them thought to use Wingardium Leviosa. Stupid Slytherins, even though it was a first year spell which James and I had used to get them up there. They scaled the walls, got their robes down, while still wearing tapestries. And that was in a day there was still a Lucius Malfoy wandering these corridors here at Hogwarts. So embarrassing him in front of Narcissa, oh, that was a good day. And oh, the pranks. Oh, who could forget last Halloween, the pumpkin prank? We charmed all the pumpkins so that whenever anyone touched them, they would duplicate. And McGonagall was decorating the castle that year. Really has a thing for pumpkins, really likes pumpkins on Halloween. And Hagrid had grown a particularly large lot that year, so we charmed every single one to duplicate when anyone touched them, and since they were everywhere, the corridors soon filled up with pumpkins, especially the corridor with the potions classroom. I had a lesson with Slughorn that day. That didn't happen. Best day of my life. Not that I hate potions, just Sluggy, old Sluggy. I don't like him that much. Oh, that was such a good day. That was 31st of October too, actually. Today's a good day. Like I said, nothing can ever go wrong. So, yeah, I think that's enough about pranks for now, though. Let's not forget James's many unsuccessful attempts to woo Lily Evans. Oh, my hair is sticking up so much. So, the first thing that comes to mind, although I wish it didn't, was last year at the ball, when James cast a silencing charm on the band, and he started singing himself. So he stood up on stage, he sang songs by the Beatles, he sang songs by the Rolling Stones, he sang songs by ABBA. Yes, James Potter sang ABBA. And now, James, if you're watching this, I love you, man. Really, you're my best friend in the world, and you're a great friend, but James can't hold a tune to save his life, so don't ever do that again, or I will strangle you. Be warned. to take a moment to look at our dorm, because I think when we look back on this, we're not gonna be at Hogwarts anymore, and although that's strange to think about, it's gonna happen someday. So here's our precious Gryffindor tapestry, which we keep in the dorm. Ah, lovely Gryffindor, best house. House pride. House pride. We've got our Halloween decorations up on this great day today. Yeah, and everything is a mess. James's bed, socks, Quidditch magazines littered everywhere. Same with Peter's, really, minus Quidditch magazines, mostly just sweets. Remus's is actually quite neat. Just there are so many books on there. I can't imagine how he ever gets to sleep. And mine. Let's not talk about my stuff. Actually, this looks like Pompeii here. But it's boys' dormitory for you. So yeah, I wanted to record this because, you know, all the bad stuff that's brewing outside of Hogwarts that obviously we're going to have to fight against someday. Well, not have to. We'll want to. We will do it. And once we've fought against the bad guys and we've won and we're all together and still alive, hopefully we'll be able to look back on this video and remember the good times when, you know, maybe they're not so good. And maybe if things, I don't know, if they work out between James and Lily, we can, if they have kids, we can show that to those kids. You know, their little Harry, he'll be called Harry if they have a son, and that's my decision. Or maybe Engelbert, Engelbert's a good name. So we'll be able to show this, so Harry will know how awesome his dad and his godfather, because, you know, I'll be the godfather. They have to make the godfather. Or if they make anyone else the godfather, I will. I'm getting too invested in this. It's not like James actually ever has a chance with her. But yeah, we'll be able to show this to little Harry or little Engelbert. So he'll be able to see what we were like. And so, before I get emotional and embarrass myself, I am Sirius Black. This is Hogwarts. We are the Marauders. And this is our history.